This is a new era, bringing it all together. Getting your right mind, we grind, we do it forever. That's the only mission. Elevated thinking, it's a vision. Yeah, I'ma keep moving if this don't hit. You can't stop me when I hop aboard the spaceship. Sit and watch as I make shit. I am not a human, I'm a living constellation.
I'm ready to rent out some rooms and stuff like that. So I went over to check it out the other day to record. Ricky's got basically an entire second floor to himself. It's like loft style. So he's got like his own living room, attached bathroom, and then the bathroom also attaches to the other room, which I would be renting out. But we'd have like our own little living room area. Like it'd just be me and Ricky upstairs. You know what I mean? So,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, like that could work. You know, only $900 a month. I'm paying $18 on my own right now, so I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to save some fucking money. Like, yeah, dude.
That's cool.
It's been tight. I woke up this morning after last night, and I was just like buying like food and shit like that, and I was like, fuck, I have $13 I could spend today. Mm-hmm. But like, it's just because like I gotta put all my other fucking money towards bills and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
1,000% on that shit, dude.
I hate that stuff.
And that's $1,800, nothing fucking included either. Like,
nothing included either, dude.
So you're like $2,000 by the time you're done.
Yeah, like all my bills together is probably like $3,200 a month.
Damn. I mean, yeah.
That's tight, bro.
I've been there.
Yeah. Bartending, though, I swear, if I didn't have that, I wouldn't be able to fucking afford it, man.
Oh, yeah. That's wild.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
I know. We're looking to move out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we'll keep this. Like this will always have access to for the time being. We eventually want to get
your own little entrance over here too. So that's sick.
Yeah, like because like we eventually want to get like a right mind, like just almost like a what is it, AOA Studios with Zephyr. I don't know if you guys.
No, I've never been.
Mike Scarfo from Turntable Teachers.
Oh yeah. Well, what was funny is that's my dad's new fiance's nephew. Oh. So like he was at like a family party recently. And he was like, "Yo, Kemic," and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
Once they get married, we'll technically be related, which is kind of funny.
Snap.
By marriage,
that's wild. Yeah. So they have a space. They have like a kind of like a really small showroom, like if you want to perform, but it's more also like the engineer room. Then they have like a booth. Then they have the podcast section for obviously like a whole other room. So they have a little bit of everything in that like floor that they have.
That's sick.
So I'm like, I think that's where we want to get.
That's exactly where we want to be.
Where we want to get. So like
studio set up for you guys, photo wall set up for me, some offices, a park, all this set up.
Fuck yeah.
Walk away.
Yeah, conference tables, stuff to, plan meetings or shows or whatever. That's the goal, but
rent out the space eventually, you know what I mean? Make some money off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah! Especially if you can get like even a tiny little event space, make some money off that.
Something small, because I mean, we could even like really cater it to something where it's almost like an album listen party, like if you want to do like album listening parties,
that would be
and
sick.
just do like really intimate, smaller spaces, like
open mics, maybe even like smaller, kind of like
so, like have the intention like this is going to be a really small space. This isn't for like you to just jump out the building, but this is more just like if you want to have like a more of an intimate show, even like to like spoken word, to like just like chill R&B. I don't know, I'm just brainstorming right now. We can do all these things. It'll be perfect. But stuff, all these different things that you can do. Like I'm excited to. In time. So like we're here now, like we don't have to pay for rent anymore for the podcast space. So that can, kind of move and hopefully it's just there's other things that we want to do. That I want to do too. So
I'm excited about this MOCG mixtape.
I'm very excited for them. So I'm like, yo,
I got some shit cooking up for that. So
I want to see some bars. Yeah, so we have till the end of the month. I try to set a deadline because I'm like, if I just like leave this open ended, I know people are gonna drag. So
do you want me to have like them recorded and then just send them to you, or are we all gonna record somewhere? Or?
So the plan, just record, just so that obviously I can hear it. Again, it doesn't have to be mixed and mastered. Just
raw vocals.
Just raw vocals is fine. Yeah. Don't even worry about stems for now. But just lay down the verses, whatever you have, verse, hook, whatever,
Dubs,
bridge, dubs, see how it sounds. And then we'll just take, I'll take what we have and, yeah, you can move it closer. Whatever you need. Just make sure it's tight.
Put it back in. Put it back in and just pull the whole stand to you, dude.
Because it's going to do that.
Dang it. All right.
Or tighten it. Or the other one. Whatever. Beep. Technical difficulties. Just kidding. No technical difficulties. Oh, it looks super clean, too. Look at
there we go.
Crisp.
Just right, we're just going to center it.
Let's go.
So yeah, we'll take what everybody puts in, and then we'll just kind of see what works, how it bounces. You can have people on multiple tracks, but just to
even if people send in like all verses, it could be like a cipher track, no hook. So like, you know what I mean? Like,
However, whatever people are inspired by. If again, if they want to put hooks, if people want to throw down hooks, like let's do it, or let it be a cipher track, whatever. We could always. Kind of play with it after, but it's just to kind of see where people's headspaces are. See, like I am like kind of mirroring what Turntable Teachers did for their mixtape. So shout out to them for the inspiration or just the methodology of it all. But that's kind of how they did it when they did that whole thing.
Are we live right now?
Yeah, 100%.
This whole
I just let it rock.
This whole time I thought we were still just chilling.
I let it cook, man. That's my specialty.
Well, what up, everyone, man? I didn't know we was live.
I usually get somewhere we get in there of who's here and whatnot and checking in, but I just like to just have conversations.
Hell yeah.
I don't like to try to just script it and stuff like that. I actually heard something today like, oh, interviews are dead, and I was like, well, yeah. I was like, you guys kind of make sense because it's usually like, oh, like, who did you work with on the album? What's the producers? What blah, 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 blah. But it's like, it's the same questions every time. So it's like, why not just have a conversation? Like the podcast said, like, why don't you just get to know the people and just talk to them and have a conversation about it and dive a little bit deeper. So,
hell yeah.
That's what we try to do here. Just connections through conversations. That's all it is.
Well, now I know I can actually talk into the mic. I'm like over here, just like talking.
That's true. I know we should have just put you over there, and then everybody could be all close. But
I know.
It's cool.
Well, Crispy, you're not coming to chill?
No, I'm on this side.
Crispy,
No.
Crispy's on this side today.
I'm the IT guy.
All right.
He does IT.
The video guy.
But what's going on? I know I gotta like remember where to look now because usually I'm used to looking like straight ahead. But I gotta look over here now. What's going on, everybody? My name is Jay Faith. This is the Right Mind Wednesdays podcast. Welcome. What is this, episode 75? 75.
I thought you said 74.
That's what dropped today.
74 dropped.
Okay, yeah.
That's where it gets confusing because it's like, oh, we have 74 dropping today, but then with like remembering which one is
75.
dropping and which one is.
So I sent it the file like. And I was like 74 or 75
question mark LOL.
Not sure.
Because I don't know which one it is.
Which one it was, you know what I mean?
I know. I feel like we will reach a point where we're gonna forget, like just completely. Like I listened to the Joe Budden podcast and they're at like 600 something. I'm like, yo, 600 podcasts is insane.
That's wild.
But they've been doing it for years and they've had a lot of changes. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's a goal. It's like weird to say though. Episode 600.
We got 25 minutes.
I know, for 100, I was going to say, yeah, you're like
close.
3/4 of the way through right now.
Yeah, 100 will be like, give or take, will be like July of next year.
Yeah, because it's once a week.
It's once a week.
Yeah. When do you guys start?
Huh? When did we start? December, like officially like podcast, like, because I was doing stuff before, but it was like officially a podcast like December 21.
Oh, shit, all right.
December of 21.
Yeah, it's almost 2 years now.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
December of 21, when basically a week, every week was a pod. except for like a couple, weeks here and there, people didn't show up or no guests.
It's like a holiday or whatever.
Yeah, holidays, stuff like that. Like, we try to observe all that stuff too. So, other than that, I mean, we've been pretty consistent, and then we've just continued to grow from there.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
We've had this guy, Kayla. Shout out to Kayla, who's not here. We wish you were here. But take care of yourself.
Hope you feel better.
Yeah, take care of yourself. That's the most important thing. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody that's been tuning in. But we got Kemic here tonight. MOCG fam in the building. What's going on? How you been?
Been doing good, man. Chilling, fucking.
How's life?
Life's crazy right now. Oh man, it's like two different sides of it though. Like home life is just absolutely fucking crazy right now, but like music life is going really good. So,
Nice.
just trying to keep a positive vibe, manifest some good fucking shit.
You have to.
Last night I was on the franchise report down in Rhode Island, which was fucking awesome. It was just like probably one of like the fanciest, not like fancy, but like more real like radio stations I've been to. They had like the whole fucking setup and everything.
Really?
You know what I mean? It was really fucking cool. But I spit a couple of bars and
I saw a
they
couple
liked
clips,
it. Yeah, they liked it and they want me to come back. Next time I go, I'm gonna fucking probably go over an entire beat. Like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, this time I was nervous, so I walked in. There was like 40 fucking people in there. I was just like, holy shit. I could barely get through the door. I was mad claustrophobic. But it ended up being a wicked good night. DJ Y Sham ended up doing an interview after me. So that was pretty cool.
Nice.
But yeah, I've just been trying to like get like not like more quantity of shows, but like more quality shows, like we were talking about,
Yeah.
So I'm not like going ahead and like booking a million different events, but working on a couple different things, like booking my own events type shit. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
within like the later end of this year, early of next year, I'll be getting a couple different things going. So
nice. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of planning, just planning stuff, more planning. And like we said off air, just really trying to find the right shows.
Right.
Versus just jumping on any show. Like, oh, yeah. Like, I've had people hit me up, like, for shows. And I'm like, well, one, either, like, I just can't make it because of work or whatever. Or just two, like, not really the show I want. How many people are on the bill? Oh, 12, 13.
Right. And then it's an hour away. And then, they're like, oh, you're going to be on your headlining or whatever. And then by the time you headline, it's 1 o'clock in the morning and no one's there.
Right.
So, yeah, that's happened to me a couple times. It's like, you gotta think about it in like a way like, is this worth it? Is it going to be a networking event? Like, am I going to be able to at least make connections? Am I going to be able to like sell merch? Am I going to be, you know what I mean? Like, you got to take like those things into account.
And like at that stage of the game, is it going to look good on my brand? Like,
right, you gotta be careful too, because like of like who you're even booking with, because like some people out there just like fucking, I don't know,
sometimes
man,
they'll just throw on
scheming.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Trying to make a buck off everyone else.
No, seriously. That's why I'm just like, you want me to come on and support, but no.
Yeah.
it just something just doesn't read right. Especially when, again, we were talking off air. It just doesn't read right when you're a promoter, but you're not promoting.
100%, yeah.
And that bothers me.
And I have nothing against like, like free events and like this and you know what I mean?
100%.
I love, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that, but at the same time, like it's gotta be, not like worth it, I guess. Like it's gotta be like, it has to have a positive impact on what I'm trying to do.
Right.
Otherwise it's not really worth it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Why waste your time going?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
When you could be, I said this before on the pod, but like I was at it was a show in New Bedford and Greatness was there. Mm-hmm. And we both did our sets or whatever, and then literally like as soon as we were both done, he came out, he was like, all right man, cool, like I'll catch you later. Like I was staying for a little bit and he was like, yo, I'll catch you later, man, I got work to do. Like he's like, I'm gonna go make music, like I got stuff to do, like I'm gonna go work. I'm like, that makes sense.
Right.
So it's like it he did what he needed to do, and now he's off to like, do work.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I know people that have hit like 3 different events in one night.
Yeah,
you know what I
that's
mean? Like,
crazy to me.
to respect the
In a good
hustle,
way.
but I mean,
Yeah.
too much for me. So,
Yeah, that's what
can't
I'm
be doing that.
saying.
I used to be, there was like one year, I think it was like 2020 or 2021, I had done like 87 fucking shows that year or something like that. Like, and that was when I was putting on events, doing other types of events
Right.
too. I had, a show Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I'd have another one Wednesday, and then, you know what I mean? So at one point it was like 4 or 5, maybe 6 shows a month.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Traveling like here and there, and the traveling shows were definitely fun and like worth it. But like that's like more what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like I've never done an event in Vermont. Like I'm trying to get up to Vermont. I'm trying to get down to like Connecticut. Trying to get out of New England a little bit too.
Yeah.
I'd love to do another event in Baltimore.
Right. I remember
Yeah.
you did that a little while back.
Just kind of like get like spread out of New England a little bit too.
Yeah.
I think MOCG, we should do like a little like East Coast tour or something, like all the way down the East Coast,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's manageable. I think it's feasible. I think people just gotta like it's one of those things like you know what you're getting into, so you kind of just suck it up for a little bit. Meaning like we're all sleeping in like 1 or 2 hotel rooms. We're not all getting our own hotel. You know what I mean?
Course. I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean?
Like we're gonna bunk up together. Like we're
Floor, bro.
Yeah.
yeah. That's what I mean. Like yeah.
I mean, I don't snore, so like that's like you know what I mean. Like, so
I got the breathe right. I got the breathe right
Yeah,
strips. So.
he stayed on my. I do not snore.
Yeah.
So
I got the breathe right strips, so I'm good either way.
He's got it covered.
I'll rock those. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. Like you have to go into like it's gonna get a little close, but
Right.
there's a bigger purpose
But
to
at least
what we're
it's
trying
family
to do.
though too. It's
Yeah.
like people we've been rocking with for years.
Right.
It's not like a bunch of randos. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like
it's
that'd be
random
obviously
shows.
more uncomfortable. Like
That's true.
You know?
Yeah. But yeah, I think that would be really cool. I definitely am trying to find ways to branch out, not off of social media, because obviously like you can do like the tags and tag different countries and yada 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 and blah 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 blah. But it's like I really love performing, and I love like just that face to face connection of everything, and it just feels a lot better. And
Definitely.
The response is so much better. You get to talk to people like in like face to face, and like they can really see who you are as a person. And for me, that's just way better than. I mean, don't whatever. I love when people hit me up on like Instagram or whatever. It's like, yo, that song's dope. Whatever. Share,
it's just like
sharing
not
stuff.
as authentic though
Yeah.
as like that like human connection and networking
It's
you
just
get face to face.
It's just a different feeling because like I'll see people like my stuff and I'm like, did you really like it? Because I just posted it and it's like a 7-minute long clip.
Or you're just liking it to like it. Did you watch the whole thing? Like, yeah. Oh, it's true.
That's my point. And so it's like, again, appreciate the support because it affects the algorithm, whatever. But
fucking algorithms, bro. Like,
so sour about it, bro.
but at the same time, it's like I want it to be authentic. Like put a comment, and I'll be honest. Oh no, I'm gonna stir some trouble now that I said it. Put words, add some words to it.
right, I know. Fire emojis all the time. Like,
I was like, oh. But I get it. No, I get it. I do get it. And half of the times it's literally fire and it's your work. So he's like, yeah, of course my work is fire.
Exactly.
That's all that's need to be said.
Let me put words under my own work.
Yeah. No, I get you.
How about you put words under my work?
That's
How
true.
about
No, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. He's like, yeah, I've seen all the fire emojis you've been putting under my stuff. But it's true. Like, I just wish, the fan, the non-creator, the fan, just like.
I'm not gonna lie. I do that shit all the time too. But honestly, it's because like I hate social media. Like I'm trying so hard, even just to like go on Instagram and like scroll.
Yeah.
Like I barely like scroll. Like I'm not a big like sit there and just like look through shit. Like I'd rather like write or like put music on and just like be in the moment. You know what I mean? Like when I'm on my phone, it's like mostly like work shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People hit me up from work, like landlord type shit. Like
researching something.
if you look at my missed calls, it's awful, dude. I never answer my phone. It's bad. Like I just hate being on the phone. Like you said, I'd rather in-person
Invest in something
fucking
better.
conversations, in-person, connection, shit like that. And they actually asked me that on the podcast last night, which I don't think anyone's ever asked me on an interview. They're like, oh, what do you prefer, being in the booth or being on the stage? And I said, on the stage, 100%. And they were like, you're the first person who said that tonight. Everyone else said, oh, I like to be in the booth. And I'm like, well, when I'm on stage, like, I'm not... And I don't know if I like stirred some shit up, but I'm like, I'm not rapping over vocals. Like, I have a better connection with the audience because people are trying to listen to what I'm saying.
Right.
Whereas like sometimes when you're like, and I get like hooks and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Because you want it to sound, you know what I mean? But like, I think genuinely, and I'm not hating on, people that do this, but like, it's harder to understand what you're saying when there's a backing track vocal.
Well, you're dealing with layers.
People are now at this point just listening to mostly the beat.
Right.
And like the cadence. They're not really like focused in on the actual lyrics that you're spitting unless you really do it like without any
Right.
thing,
And it
'cause,
matches perfectly.
Yeah.
Which,
That-
again,
that- that's true skill right there.
Well,
because I feel like shows like I mean, maybe I'll speak for myself. The cadence and the mannerisms that I use in a show are very different than what I put in a booth.
Oh, 100%. Because like you just get that extra burst of fucking energy on stage.
Like there's like a swagger that pops out.
Yeah.
And, you're just like,
And then I'm like, damn, I kind of wish I rapped it like that. On the, dude, does that ever happen?
I'm like, yeah,
Sometimes
all
I'll be
the
listening to my
time.
live shit and I'm like, damn, I should have said it like that in the actual
yeah,
track.
100%.
You know what I mean?
I'm like, yo.
Sometimes you surprise yourself if you have like a lengthy line and you like you find yourself getting through it because like in your mind it's like get through, don't lose
Yeah,
breath.
you know what I mean?
And you do it, it's like
And
you know what I
just
mean?
hit that, like,
Yeah.
so, it's the best
love that.
feeling.
Yeah, but yeah, I've definitely like performed. I'm like, yo, I would have killed this on the actual version. I'm like, yo,
That's what I do. I do that shit all the time. I'm like,
or I'll throw like a random ad lib, or like me and Murph will do something stupid like to add to the song, and I'm like, yo, this would have been fire in the song.
like, why didn't we think of this before?
Yeah.
Like, shit.
So I try to like when I do record, like especially like having a home studio and being able to kind of take my time a little bit, like I'll literally like record it and then I'll almost like act like I'm trying to perform it.
Yeah.
Like literally like on stage like mentality type of thing, and then I'm like, okay, like now I see the difference. And
and there's like been little ways that I've like tried to kind of do it. So like what I've been doing like recently, so I'll record like one verse at a time and then bring that one verse home and then like do it like I'm recording it. And then if I go back and I'm like, hey, I want to add like this ad lib or I want to add like this, because I'm still going back to record that second verse. You know what I mean? And I've listened to the first verse a million fucking times and I'm like, all right, I want to change. There's always something I want to fucking change.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's how I've been trying to kind of do it. Instead of going and recording like 3 songs, I'll record like 3 different verses to 3 different songs and get those back and just listen and just like peel out the fucking imperfections from there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying different things,
Yeah,
And
that's
that's what like keeps the creation going too. Like rather than it's nice to focus on one song at a time, but like when like you said, when you have like a verse for this, verse for that, now you have like just,
and you're talking about different
more to
things
work
in
with.
each track. It like just
Yeah,
keeps your
so
mind.
fun, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Keeps it sharp.
It keeps it sharp. Yeah.
That's what I've been doing on the album that I'm working on right now. Again, because I have the home studio, so I've been recording just demos of just like how I want it, whatever. But then like I was literally doing it the other day. I was listening back to everything. I was like reading through the lyrics. I'm listening to the ad libs. I'm listening to the layers. I'm like, yo, that ad lib is trash. Let's put this one in here. Yo, let's change this word. This word is off the beat a little bit. We need to like make sure everything is where it needs to be. And I'm like, yo, like it's just gonna sound so much better just being able to just take like same thing with what you said of just taking what you have and then just like critiquing it, and then you learn it too, so then when you go back in there you can have that better cadence and just memorization for that song so that it flows a lot better too.
100%.
But that's what I love
like,
about a home studio.
I feel like that's why like recently even performing, I've been able to perform my newer songs better than like some of the old ones, because that's all I've been listening to, all I've been focusing on.
Yeah.
All, you know what I mean? I'm like, the other day I performed Selfish I haven't done that in like 2.5 years, and I was like, am I gonna be able to do this now? Like, you know what I mean? Like, shit, it's been a minute, and like, I've been working on so much new music that's like so fresh on the brain. I had to like dig into the fucking files for that one, like, you know?
Yeah, like we were talking about the show opportunity that I might get. I was like, I gotta like start getting back into the music because I've been working on all the new stuff. I haven't, really, like I'll be honest, like I literally have a playlist in my phone of like just all my music, and there will be times like I'll literally just like ride home or whatever, and I'll just rock to myself. But that's more just to like to practice. Also, like honestly, it's almost like a therapy thing of like reminiscing on like, because like I have like my first project.
Yeah, like what you were going through at that time, and you know where you are now and shit. Like brings you like a little
everything, and I'm like, oh man. And then like sometimes I'm like, yo, that verse was fire. Like, that was like my first song. Yo, I was killing it back then. Yo, they didn't even know. But it's like I don't know. It's just cool. Like it just helps. At least for me, like it helps me just reflect on like where I've been. And like where I am now, because like I'll have like a track from I'm Still Human, which was my first project, and then like Apartments will come on right after. I'm like, yo,
fire album,
word. And it's like, yo, like, all right, man, to like keep pushing, keep going, like it's only gonna get better.
Oh, definitely, yeah. So. If you just keep working, you know what I mean? Like an object in motion stays in fucking motion.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you just keep doing it, and you're just gonna get better. Like it's like a proven fact.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It
like,
is 100%.
So.
And I've tried to take age out of it because there's a lot of.
That's tough, dude. Too, because like getting into my 30s now too. You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck. Like
I'm 35.
And but at the same time, it's like, dude, I'm rapping better than I ever have.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, fuck it.
Right. And it's like, for me, like I'm trying to stay, not judging anybody that doesn't, but I'm trying to stay physically fit. So like, if things pop off, like we go on tour, like, I'm just like physically ready for all of that. But also like we were just watching Jelly Roll. Like I think he's 39 and he just got the Grammy, right? For like best new artist.
Yeah.
39 years old. Yeah. And he's been
for a long time.
And he's a big dude too. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, good for him. He's out there doing his fucking thing.
He's a dope artist. And so it's really just cool. Like, it's like one of those things where I'm just like, I was glad to see that and like hear that, because like it was just more like reassurance, at least for me and where I'm at, to be like, all right, it's not the end of the world. Like, just because you are 35, like it's not the complete end of the world. Like, keep working,
right?
Like, and you'll get where you need to be. And again, we've had this conversation before of like certain rooms, like, and things change, like certain rooms you're not going to go into because they're not the rooms that you need to be in. There's other rooms that are going to be prepared for you that are going to be right for what you're trying to do, which again goes to the show aspect too. It's like, it's not really the room I want to be in right now anymore, because we're just at a different level of creating music.
100%.
Even if things pop off, later on, so be it, because like it's probably better if you popped off when you were 20, because like you're not ready for life yet. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
100%.
Things are going a million miles an hour. Yeah, you might be ready for the career aspects, but like you're not ready for paying mortgage or the other things that come with it.
Just managing.
Facts.
Exactly.
And that's what sucks about your 30s, man. Everything just fucking hits you like that. Like,
yep.
Damn,
Big
fuck
facts.
this economy.
Yeah.
Dude, it's terrible. It's
like you're more ready for it. You're wiser. You're
that's what I'm saying.
That's more developed.
That's
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we've been saying. Like, you can't skip steps. Like, there's things that you just need to, especially in music. Aside
you
from
earn
just
your stripes, per se. You know what I mean?
Literally, like there's things you gotta mess up your lyrics. You gotta forget your stuff. You gotta like miss a show. You gotta like do this, like, because there's things that you learn along the way that when those situations come, you're like, bet, I know what I'm doing. I know what to do. The business side of things, like, these are things that you need to learn so you don't get screwed over in the back end, or you just learn something new, or you learn something so that somebody else doesn't have to do it, where you can have maintain control of it and not have to worry about having somebody that you may not necessarily want to have control of it You know what I mean? Like like labels and stuff. Like no knock to labels. If you find a label that works with you and wants to do everything that you want to do, go for it.
Listen, as long as the check is right, you know what I'm saying too.
Yeah.
And it's like as long as you can have that creative freedom.
That's
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the thing, though, is like labels don't really have that unless you like make your own. Or like Token's got his like never too different type thing going on now, and he's releasing some of the craziest shit that I've heard in a long time, and like he's like really like experimenting with like new sounds and shit like that. Like I fuck with it, man. He's like doing his thing. I'm like, I think he finally like found his like niche in hip hop. I feel like being so young in the scene, blowing up, like we were just talking about, he didn't know who he was yet. He knew he could spit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he knew he had that talent, he had that drive, but he just didn't know who he was as a person yet, I feel like, either. Yeah. And he's finally like finding himself. So that's like so dope. It's like it's cool to like see artists like come out of their shell and like become who they like are meant to be.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think if he was a part of like an actual label, I don't think he would be able to do half of the stuff.
No. Oh, 100%.
Does, like,
no, absolutely not.
Just the way that he does it.
No, it's obscure and it's different. It's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way. I don't think he would have been able to do.
And he's doing numbers, so good for him. You know what I mean? Like,
you know what I'm saying? So it's possible, and that's what people have to understand. It's like you can.
But people got to think like he's been putting those steps in since he was like 11 years old.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he's fine. Like, I think he's like 22 or 23 now.
But it
like,
takes
he has been 11 fucking years, but like here he is finally. I mean, and he's been doing his shit. Like, don't get me wrong.
Right.
I think he like finally found like his new fucking. I think he might be rebranding. Don't quote me, but I don't know. We'll see in the next year.
I mean, to each his own. Do your thing, man. I mean, I think now that he's like kind of figured out.
I think he's trying to get away from that like young YouTube kid rapper kind of thing that people put on him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and just kind of rebrand and with this new sound.
He's like, I'm an actual.
He wants to get away
artist.
with what you would typically expect, and it's not him anymore.
Right. Everyone's saying like, "Oh, you were better when you were 13." Like, blah blah blah. Like people in his comments and shit, and it's like he's just making different music.
Everybody's.
You know what I mean? Like, as people grow, like their music taste grows. They're like.
It changes.
It changes.
You figure out like we said it about like I'm using an obscure reference, but like Linkin Park, like they were making rock music and then they transitioned into a different sound, and then their final album was like more acoustic style ish. Like everybody's like, "Oh, what's happening? What are they doing?" So the same. I'm like, dude, you can't. Yes, they could probably make the same music and it'll probably sound fire, but like for them, it's like let's try something different.
Right? Maybe that's not fun for them anymore.
Yeah.
Like they want to. Like that's another thing that people don't realize is that like I don't do this shit because I'm good at it. I do it because I like it.
Yeah.
And like, you know what I mean? Because when I started, I wasn't fucking good at it and I still did it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I do this because I love it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's fun.
Yeah.
I like to like challenge myself, especially with like when I find like a new beat. Like I've been like really like do like some obscure different rhyme schemes and flows lately.
Yeah.
I think you were saying you're like, yo, your flow on this one was crazy. Like I just been trying to like just do new shit, like experiment with every different song, because like I think I'm done with projects for a little bit, but like I've released a project every single year for like the past 4 years pretty much. And I just released it the Dark Matter album in June. And I just realized like this year I've put out like 1 or 2 singles on top of that, and I want to focus more on like different like features. Like I haven't done like a feature track in a while. You know what I mean? Me and Mo got this fucking crazy fucking track in the works. I'm so excited. Album, some of his new shit's fire.
I'm on one of the tracks.
3, 2, 1.
Out of this world, right?
Bonkers, bro.
Yeah.
It's
just the one track that we did when I was there. Like we literally did start to finish, as we were there.
Byron built the beat, dude, and they were just walking around writing.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah. And then we recorded everything. He sent it to me. I think I have it here. I have it somewhere. Oh no, Byron sent it to me. I'll play it after. But
fuck yeah.
I'm excited to hear what he's got. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Like just taking time to just try it. Sometimes you have to just take a step away, try different things, and just see what works, see what doesn't work.
100%. Like I need to really focus on like shorts. reels, like little like 30, instead of putting out a whole ass music video and spending a shit ton of money doing music videos.
Yeah.
Because at this point, like people don't even click links anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true,
So it's
that's
like
true.
unless
That
they're
sucks.
already subscribed to you on YouTube, it's like you have to go
Right.
through a process of like so much shit just to like get people to click your link. Whereas like you're just people just scroll reels,
It's right
shorts.
there.
You know what I'm saying? And like I've spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars on fucking music videos and I'm just not fucking doing it anymore. I get a fucking perfect camera. You know what I mean? I know how to edit
Yeah.
shit enough that I can like make a short.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think that's like my focus on like 2024 is just get a shit ton of content out there. Whether it's like little like 16 bar verses or tracks or just sneak peeks of like
Yeah.
features, shit like that.
BTS, all that stuff.
Yeah.
BTS stuff.
Calvin the Kid, dude.
I know. This is more.
Then
It's in the
if
works.
it really sticks, then you do the music video for it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You know, and then
you already
right.
have the audience.
And then if
for
it's
it.
blowing up and people like
Right,
it, it's like do a
exactly.
whole video. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. Really see behind the song. Like, yeah, I've done the clips and stuff. And like, to be honest, like for me, it definitely makes me super sad that we have to resort to that. Because
Right.
I'm such a music video head. Like me, like I've said it before. I always say this, but I can hear a song and not be too into it. But then as soon as I see the video, I'm like, yo, this is the greatest song I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, especially if it's like, the video like really goes with
Good
the fucking,
conceptual.
you know, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So it's like I'm you know, maybe I'm just an old head, but like I love music videos.
I mean, there's definitely
good ones.
a bunch of fucking people who have that same mindset still out there too, but it's like
Yeah.
this new wave we have to keep up with. It sucks. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just ever changing and like you just have to keep up with the times and it's hard I mean, and I'm like in between. I wouldn't consider myself like an old head. I definitely grew up on that shit.
Yeah.
But I definitely like take newer artists like into, you know, definitely influential to me as well. But like still it's just like I'm having trouble adapting to like the social media aspect of it,
That's what
marketing
kills me,
myself
yeah.
and stuff. Like I'm barely on I hate being on my phone.
Yeah.
I'm barely on it ever. It's just like I have to like set reminders for myself. I'm like, oh fuck, I haven't posted anything in a week. Like
Yeah.
Instagram's telling me I suck. Like they're like your post shit went down. And I'm like fuck, man. Like,
Yep. Yeah. I don't like the only time I really go on my phone is like notifications. So like
Right.
I'll go through, I'll literally clear out messages, shares, whatever, put all those through. If people text me, the group texts me for the pod or whatever, you know, and then maybe I'll hit like a couple stories of like, cause usually like the first like 5 or 7 or whatever are people that usually you check on the most. So like usually I'll just like kind of scroll through and hit the, you know, the ones that whatever, and then like I'm off. Like Facebook, it's literally notifications, anything that's relevant. No. All right.
yeah.
Scroll.
Pretty much. Like,
TikTok, same thing.
Usually,
Like
if I get DMs or text messages or anything, I'll get to y'all later.
yeah, half of them are deletes because
But I
it's
mean,
like
of course, like if you text me, I'm gonna get back to you first. So, like, you know, the
Yeah,
group
yeah.
chat, like, you know, I'll get to them first.
Yeah, literally if you look through my texts, it's literally my mom. Like my mom's always
Yeah.
my mom texts me all the time.
Yeah.
It's like my boss, everyone from work asking me to cover their shifts. That's pretty much it. My sister maybe, like, dude, I don't talk to anyone besides like you guys. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Much, man.
yeah, like I have the I don't know what you want to call it, the favorites or whatever for like the top that you can put up there.
Oh yeah.
I literally have my wife, the pod, and my mom. Like those are really like the people that I talk to the most,
My
and
mom,
then
my
everything.
sister, my best friend.
And then everything else. I mean, and then the next ones are like people from church, and then like that's. I mean, I have like. I probably need to go through and delete some, but
Oh yeah, mine will go back to
Half
like
the time.
2018. It's so bad, dude. My storage is out of control on my phone.
I know it's so bad. I have like stupid pictures on there. I'm like, yo, just delete the.
I'm a
picture,
phone
bro.
like hoarder when it comes to my phone. I'm like, I can't delete anything.
I know. No, it wasn't this phone. The phone before, like just before I got this one, I literally took everything that was on there, minus like a couple pictures that I wanted on there, and literally just uploaded it to my hard drive because I'm like, yo, I have way too many pictures on this phone.
Well,
and I
yeah.
need to
At least
clear
you
it out.
still have them though.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
put
I
it
mean?
on a hard drive just to save it, but I'm like, I don't really, because they're like trip pictures or like
Yeah, memory
show
stuff.
pictures.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not always gonna look back. Not that I'm not always gonna look back on these, but like,
You'll want
gonna
them
be
one
feeling-
day.
yeah,
like,
I'm
you know what I
gonna
mean?
need-
Like,
yeah.
you're going to be wanting to show your kids one day, or, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. Just be like, yo, look at this time I fucking open up for like this. You know what I mean? Like,
or just like the random times, like I've gone and I've had to pull up photos for something. Like I was looking for a photo for maybe like a cover art or just whatever I was looking for. And I'll see like I have like some of my wife's old pictures or my old photo albums, and like I'll be like, oh man, that was a cool time. Like just being able to like reminisce for like 10 minutes of just like, oh, I forgot about that. Yo, that was cool. You know, those kind of moments where you're just like, oh man, and you're like, and then you get lost and you're just like there forever. You're just like, oh man.
that's actually mad funny you said that too, because the new cover, like to my new song Nostalgia, is literally like an old picture of like one of my birthday parties,
What?
and it's me blowing out the candles, and it's like my sister on
That's
the side. She's
dope.
like, yeah, and it's like my cousin, and like, you know what I mean, like everyone like behind me, and it's just, you know what I mean, like
That's
I
dope.
saw it and I was like, dude, this would be like kind of like the perfect like nostalgic. It's like old looking. It's got like those 90s fucking swirl cups in the background
Oh,
everywhere.
snap,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like, dude, it's just like so like old and
It's
nostalgic.
fitting. Yeah. Fitting for the song. Yeah. That's why it's like I keep that stuff because you just never know, you know, what you're gonna use it for, or just again in general. Like,
Cover
you just
art,
have-
so, like, dude, you could literally make anything into cover art
That's true.
nowadays. You know what
That's
I mean?
true. I've taken like the most obscure pic. Like I've taken like the most normal picture. I just got a thumbs down for what? I have no idea. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye, but it was a thumbs down. Yeah, Buddha obscure pictures, I guess. But yeah, I've taken like just like completely normal pictures, and then just the way they allow you to edit things nowadays.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I've made it look just completely just not what it was.
Well, then AI, dude, too, nowadays.
Yeah.
Blows my mind. It's crazy.
We were just talking about that too. AI is wild. I've been like tapping in. I do more pictures than I do like videos or anything.
Same, yeah. I mean, pictures are cool, like, because I think I forget which album cover it was. I have this app called PixArt, and it
Me
was
too.
like AI
Yeah,
pictures.
yeah.
So I was like, all right, and I like typed in like a bunch of things like about like what I said in the song, and just like just to see like what it came up as, and there was like some cool things. So I was like, all right, like let's just distort this, like, and it ended up being a cool. It was circles, you know that one. And it's like it's like
Yeah.
literally in a circle. It looks like almost like a CD, like kind of like spinning, but it's like the cityscape in the background. That like was an AI picture that I edited after the fact and just fucking distorted, and you know what I mean?
Right.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah. They come up with some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's like actually pretty fire.
And it's like kind of like, and it's unique to like what you write.
Right.
Too.
it's
So like not a lot of other people are getting the same results unless they type like the same exact thing too, you know? So it's kind of cool.
So it's like you're not really. I don't want to say like you're stealing art, because it's
More like remixing, because like I didn't,
it's subjective to you,
Right.
And what you
and what I put in.
into
Yeah.
it. Unless you're like Rose, okay, well that's pretty. All right, just go to Google for
Me,
that.
I'm like,
you know,
I'm like cityscape, mean. They're like all these like describing words, like circles, CDs, like da 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 da, and it's just like bam.
On the bottom of the ocean inside like a fucking
you know what I'm
bubble.
saying? Like the more
Yeah, right.
descriptive you are, the better it
Yeah.
comes out too. So like,
that sounds pretty cool. So
yeah, it's pretty interesting, man.
that video you sent me, the clip, the Roman, I was like a Greek statue, like rapping. I was like, yo, what is this?
I took like one of our show clips
Crazy.
and I just put it in there just to see what would happen. It came out pretty dope, yeah.
Yo, I came out like a Greek god or something.
god.
I was like,
And
yo.
then I went inside CapCut and like put like one of our songs over it.
I gotta. So I think I
I'm trying to
gotta
find
like
it as
mess around with CapCut a little bit more.
I like
Yeah.
CapCut. CapCut's
Yeah.
fire.
I have it, but like I haven't really messed around with it too much. I want to kind of play around with it and figure out how to use it more.
I did that because I needed space on my phone.
That, dude,
Yeah, that's
another
one thing. It
too.
takes up a lot of space.
Apple keeps getting me like, oh, $199 extra a month. Like,
bro, I
we'll
just
get you
bought
started.
mics the other day.
I think I have
10 bucks a month,
128 now. I'm like, fuck, dude.
Well, this phone I just got. I had to. 256 gigabytes because I'm like, yo,
Yeah, I think
I
that's
do
what I
so
have to.
much.
I forget what I have. I think I have 128.
I'm trying to find it. I know it's like weird. We're potting as we're all on our phones, but I'm trying to find.
I'm sitting here. I'm like, I'm never on my phone. Now I'm like, wait, what do I have for a gigabyte?
I think I got like
Oh, I'm 200. I'm 200 right now. They get me every time. Like anytime I'm running out of storage, they're like 199 extra. I swear, I pay like $7 now extra a month.
Probably. I probably pay like 15 a
But
month.
I have
extra stuff.
200. I think I started off when I first got this phone. I started off with 64. Then it was 128. I must have.
Oh, here it is.
They must have got me again.
Yo, like I look like a freaking Greek god, like just a statue, like the statue of it, like back in the day.
Oh my god, the ripped fucking.
I was like, yo. Yeah, it came
That was
out
CapCut?
far.
Yeah. Well,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a cool, like, if you're like editing like a 30-second like video that you're gonna put out as like a music video though, like little like shots like that, like especially if you get like different angles. So that's like one cool thing about like grind mode cypher that I learned. So one time I got mad sick and they were like, all right, like record your own. And then I did the cypher series one, so I like had to get like the 3 different things. You know, and then from there I kind of like started fucking around with like editing them and figuring out like kind of like where it goes. So I gotta play around with it more.
Yeah. I like the titles that you can put on there. I like I like the transitions, the availability of transitions. You know, a lot of those apps when you first get them, it's like, oh, you gotta pay this much
Like for the
to
pro
get
or whatever.
pay for the pro, and you get like all the extra stuff. Where CapCut gives you
like a decent amount of free stuff.
Solid amount of, and like good ones too. It's not even just like the cheap like fade to black. It's like, oh, let me like do like a TV cutout or like
TikTok's like stuff. They have like a lot of cool effects like on TikTok too. So I've been kind of messing around with that. Like just, you know what I mean, to like get the transitions at the right timing is like big too with like music videos and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, because I do like the video I did of This Is the Life. Yeah. So I put the videos and the picture and the song together on Final Cut just to line everything up, because CapCut takes up so much space on my laptop, and there's already so much that happens with the pod. So I was like, I'm just keep it on my phone. And then I literally sent it to my phone and then just started adding all those of like the TV in there. Like I put all that on there, like the different stuff, the TV turn on, TV turn off, like all through CapCut, and put that post up for This Is the Life. That was fun to film too. I did it by myself, but it was just fun.
They came out nice too, actually.
Yeah, that was
That's
all.
what I'm saying.
Like,
you really don't
CapCut.
need nowadays. You don't need like crazy equipment.
Right.
And
I
the
mean,
GoPro.
it'd be nice. See, I mean, nicer equipment is like nice, but at this, if you know how to like edit and just get those transitions right, like you can make like a nice little 30-second to a minute clip that you can share on every type of reel, TikTok, like whatever. And you're more likely to blow up with something like that than a 2-minute long video anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Although I am angry at TikTok because they don't allow me to upload my own music, which is annoying.
Yeah.
Why?
It says it's a copyright.
But
because
they don't.
it doesn't.
But your music isn't on TikTok already?
No, because it's they took all that stuff off. You can't upload.
All my music's on TikTok. I'll show you if you look in sounds. If you use DistroKid, all your music should be on TikTok.
No, I did. That's I used to use. I used to use DistroKid. What was you? But
Where's it again?
let me see if I can.
Like almost all my music's on here. Hold on. Sounds.
Oh, I gotta go to sounds first.
Yeah.
See, mine.
Like every single song I've ever released is on TikTok, which is pretty dope. And then it tells you how many times people used it in their
Oh,
sound,
I've done that too.
which is really fucking cool.
I've done that
like,
too. Because I've gone and I've clicked it because like the
Like Blessing and a Curse, 4 different people used it in their videos, like random people that I don't even know. Like 2 of them were from me, but like just found that sound and used it on the video, which is kind of cool.
I go in and comment and I'm like, yo, like thanks for using the sound.
Same.
Like
yeah.
Because there was some so the my song Moving Out, people were putting it for like realtors. And they were putting it out, and I was like, "Yo, this is actually like really dope."
Horizon's on there.
Yeah, Horizon's up there.
What's up?
But like, all right. So for example, like, I just tried to upload the song that I just put up that I just posted. This is the life.
Is it released
Watch.
anywhere else?
Give it. Oh, don't tell me it's gonna work now. Yo, you're bugging. Literally, no. It would do the copyright check, and it would be like, we can't post this sound.
Interesting. So, question: do you
I'm
have
gonna
your
try.
name copywritten for Google?
I don't think I do.
You should. I did that recently,
learn
so
how to
then
do
all my links link up. Like you could just type in Kemic on Google, and all my shit just like comes up as like a Google artist now, and it's like all like the videos and shit that I post. It's like the first thing that you see, instead of like having to kind of like scroll through. And then all you have to do is like send in a picture of your license, your government name, like what your name that you're trying to like CC basically, or you're trying to get your copyrights to and all that shit, and then you get approved and you're good to go. That helped me a lot with like people searching me.
Yeah, I should probably do that for sure. Like, you know, that way when people like search me, like they don't, you know, L.Y.F Jennings doesn't come up.
Yeah, you know.
Dude, I get that
Anybody
every
else but
time
me.
I go to Apple Music.
Yeah.
It's L.Y.F Jennings. I'm like, no. I'm like, I put the periods. There's a reason I put the periods there.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Hold
I'm
on.
trying to
Because
see what
Apple
happens
Music
when I
just
search.
won't do it. It won't like.
Yeah, see, when I type in J Faith, it's J Faith Hair Studio is the first thing. But the second thing that pops up is my Facebook page, and then my Instagram, and then my website. So I'm still gonna copyright it because I think that hopefully jumps it to the top. But
I gotta do that shit.
literally, I'm looking at look, it's like J Faith Hair Studio, which is the first one, and then my Facebook voicemails is actually up there. My Instagram, my website,
Yeah,
my
see?
SoundCloud,
So you must- yeah.
Apple, my old Wix page, which I don't even know how that's still up.
Yeah, I just searched Kemic and like it's
I'll
just
have
like
to delete that
boom.
because that is not active anymore. How the heck? Oh well, good thing we checked this because I got I got my store on there too. Dang, my store is still up. I'm gonna need to close.
Oh,
that
shit.
I'm gonna need to close shop.
I didn't even realize how much shit I'm on over here. Boston got Next Entertainment. Apparently, I got like a little page on here.
All right, now I gotta go into my Wix and delete that page.
I'm like, yo,
Okay.
I didn't even know I was on here, man. That's pretty cool.
That's dope. That's what I did. That's what I did for my website. At the bottom, I put.
That's Y-Sham's website. I didn't realize I was on there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I did that for my website. I put all like different news articles and stuff that I've been a part of. So like
Oh,
people
fuck
could
yeah.
just like it's almost like a EPK kind of thing.
That's my
just
next step. I need a
put it on.
chemichiphop.com. Just like all my shit right there.
I use Shopify and it's been perfect because
Yeah?
it's like simple and I just like it's like technically for like selling stuff, but like obviously you have merch and stuff too, so you can put that on there. But I literally just have it's like I have 3.
Can you sell like digital copies of CDs on there?
I haven't tried,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm not sure. I would assume so.
It was free.
Or worst case, you just link it to Bandcamp,
Right.
and
yeah.
then you get the digital version there. As again, I haven't tried, so I don't want to say that it's impossible, but I just haven't tried.
Yeah.
so I don't
I'll
know.
have to. I heard Wix was like was decent too, for like websites, but
Wix was hard when it came to linking my merch into it. So I was
okay.
using I still kind of use it, but I was using Printful, and Printful will connect to it, but you have to like upgrade to like the paid and whatever. So at the time I wasn't doing that. And then there was like a bunch of other things that you had to do. Shopify, yeah, I do pay for the thing because like I have my own like domain. I have
oh yeah, I mean
all
if
that
it's worth it, how much you pay?
I pay like 40 a month.
Okay, all right, it's not too bad.
Yeah, but it's I have my own domain. My store is right there. Everything is right there, and it's been worth it, honestly. And
Yeah, I
everything
mean,
is right there.
if you could sell 2 shirts a month, that's like paying
Right.
for the membership. You know what I mean? If you think about it like that, or
Right. But I could put you could put your links to your music. I put like upcoming shows, the flyers. I have obviously merch. and then like you can even put like YouTube videos of like you just dropped a video, like you can put that at the top or wherever.
Yeah, that's sick.
Fully customizable. It was definitely a lot more easier to use than Wix, as far as, I mean, Wix,
like user friendliness, just
user friendly.
yeah.
I mean, Wix definitely had the advantage of, it was like more like Shopify is really catered to like selling, for sure. I mean, it's a selling app, where Wix was like definitely like just anybody, like so if you're a
promo and
creator
shit, yeah,
stuff. So
creators.
like if you wanted to put like your Apple, Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud links, like they had a thing for that. Like where
That's
Shopify,
cool, yeah.
you kind of have to like, you could like create a button and then like the link is where it goes. Or, like,
Okay. So you can do it either way. You just gotta like make a button.
it just
and
looks different.
Do like a logo for the button, and yeah.
Yeah.
I feel.
So I just like that link is just like my link tree.
Yeah.
So like they click that.
That's
and
how I did
then-
my link tree. Like the little buttons. I just like for each song I did like the little cover art for like the button. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Just make it look a little more put together.
Yeah. So I mean, to each his own. I mean, whoever, you know, whichever. I use Shopify now. It's been super helpful, but Wix is really good too. I'm not to knock it.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to look into Shopify for sure.
Now I need to log in and delete my Wix. 'cause
Next
I
year
have too
goals.
much. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. But it was like, they definitely walked me through it of everything. I'm still trying to. Oh, I have to. Just reminded me of something I have to do too. They keep like. They like let me go, and then they're like, "Oh, you need to upload this in order for people to buy from your store." I'm like, "I just did that." Now they're like, "Oh, now we need your license. We need a picture of your license." I'm like, "Oh."
Pain in the ass.
Well, first they were like, "You need two-factor authentication," and I was like, "All right, let me figure this out." And then I put all that together, and now they're like, "Oh, we need your ID." Oh, the ID that you put, because friggin'. So I sent them the ID. But then the name that's under the website is Right Mind. So they're like, your name doesn't match the name on the ID.
Oh.
I'm
Yeah.
like-
So then you're like, fuck.
I'm like, all right, now I got to submit it again and change the name because it just doesn't match. But
That's crazy.
I mean, that's super superficial.
You have an LLC?
No, not yet. Still trying. That's like one of those things I'm still trying to figure
I
out.
feel like that
too.
would be easier if the LLC was made with your name and then the Right Minds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trying to think of like how to make it easier for you.
Yeah, that's true. I could just put them all under, maybe see how to put it all under one umbrella. So
Yeah.
like me, J Faith, and then Right Mind podcast.
Right, yeah.
Somehow. And then go from there. But that's probably the next step.
Brainstorms.
I think, yeah. I think,
You can definitely umbrella that.
yeah. I think for me, I think the main reason not doing it, honestly, was seeing where music went.
Right.
And being like, am I going to get to a point where that is going to be necessary? Or am I still at a point where it could kind of go either way?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, am I done or am I pushing forward?
Right.
Type of thing. So I think that's what's kind of kept me back, is just being like, again, I'm like, oh, pushing 35. Well, not pushing 35. I am 35. But, you know, just looking at where everything is and just being like, is that something that I want to do? Like invest the money into and whatever,
Right.
and do, you know, go through that whole process.
Yeah, it's a huge step. So
You know, I want to make sure that I am like, you know, if, you know, not saying like tomorrow, but if, you know, tomorrow, like, you know, the albums start taking off, people are listening, people are buying merch. All right, let's, you know, really start getting a little bit more serious on the business side of that. Not that I'm not serious about business, but you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Trying to figure out which way to lean more. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I just don't want to, not that I'm saying I'm going to like quit tomorrow. I definitely like because every time I
we
try.
don't want to count either out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Well, you know, I just like, because there's been plenty of times I've wanted to quit, and then like I hear a beat and I'm like, yo, bars. Okay, I'm like, all right, maybe not. And then, you know,
Yeah.
other little things, I'm like, all right. Like I had a little
the
girl.
waves of just fucking.
Hey, there we go.
They said keep
That's right.
moving. They said
Don't quit.
Yeah, don't quit.
Well, I had
Do it.
I had a little girl in my church. She was like, she came up to me and she was like, oh, like, how come you haven't put out like any new J Faith stuff lately of like music and stuff? And I was like, Pulling my heartstrings right now.
She's like your number one fan. She's like, come on, wait.
I was like, I didn't even realize like people were looking out for that stuff.
That feels good though, to know that, you know.
I don't know. Oh, that's probably why. Just kidding. I'm like, yo, why didn't it switch over? There we go. All right, just making sure. Now people that have what is it? With the flashing lights as I flicker through the thing. Epilepsy. They're gonna start tweaking out. Should put an epilepsy bar.
Beware.
Not to knock anybody. Sorry, I don't want to sound insensitive to people that have epilepsy, but I was flickering between shots really quick.
Here's the warning.
Yeah.
A little bit too late.
Hey, it's fucking in there.
It's in there though.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, she came up to me and I was like, oh man, now I can't let this little girl down. I was like, and that's when I put that video together. I was like, all right, I got to put something out because people are looking for it. So I'm like, all right.
That's a good feeling though.
Yeah, it was
motivate you.
Yeah, because again, you just have those like moments. Not that you're like fully step into it, but you're just like, I don't know about music. Maybe 35. Different job. I don't know. Yeah. And then like some little kid comes over and is like, "Where's your music?" You're like,
"Go!" I'm writing something tonight when I get home.
No, I literally pulled out my phone because she's like, "Oh, you haven't dropped anything. You haven't released anything."
Like, I'm on it right now, actually.
And I was like, "All right." I was like, "You see all this right here? Like these, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right here." I was like, "These are all demos that I've been working on lately. So trust me, it's coming.
It's coming." Yeah.
So I'm like, I have been working. I just know that it's hard to see from the consumer side of things that things are happening. But she's like, yeah, you're not posting anything on your YouTube, because the last thing that I posted was voicemails, which was like back in March,
right? Yeah.
So it's like, that's the last thing that's been put up there. YouTube I definitely slack on, but
same, hard.
But it's like you have Instagram, you have TikTok,
it's so much shit to keep up with.
Yeah.
Like I have enough hard time doing it with the podcast. Because and I've been trying to be more mindful when it comes to that of, when I am putting up a post, it's just like, all right, you just put it on Instagram, which automatically gets sent to Facebook. So now just copy and paste the caption, go right over to TikTok, paste it in there, put it up, and then go to YouTube and put it up. And now that things are running a lot smoothly, as far as time wise, like I'll get in there, I'll have the clip, and I'll just like schedule everything. And
that's what Kyle Goldstein told me to do. He's like, dead ass, like you don't even have, he was like, just pile up a bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? Save it up. Even if it's like little tiny behind the scenes, little things like that, and schedule them. Even if it's like every other day, you have a post scheduled. Yeah. Like, and I was like, you know what? You're right. Because I like, that's the thing. It's like I work so much, and then I'm like, it's been like a week since I posted anything. I'm having like no traction in my profile now. Like, you know what I mean? So I gotta work on that.
Yeah. So that's what I've been doing with the pod, because YouTube you can schedule it, Instagram you can schedule it, and then you have to go over to Facebook to schedule it, which is annoying. I'm like, why can't you just like when I schedule it in Instagram?
Isn't it all like meta?
It's all meta.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, why? Like,
because like literally as soon as you hit schedule in Instagram, it's like, oh, like we have to take off sharing to Facebook because it's not connected, even though they're both connected to the same exact platform.
So I've noticed, like, when I post on Instagram, like half the time it will go to Facebook, and then sometimes it just doesn't, and I'll have to like copy and paste it and put it on Facebook anyways.
Is that Reels or
anything? Like the past two things I posted on Instagram didn't go over to my Facebook, but the one before that did, and like all the ones before that did too. So I don't know if like there was an update and I have to like rechange it back or something. I don't know, but I noticed that like when I went to go post the video from the radio last night, I posted it on Instagram, and I was like, oh, it'll be on Facebook. Yeah, I didn't even look, like, because it just automatically posts, and then like 45 minutes later I went to my page, it wasn't there. So I had to like make a whole new, like a separate post.
Like a post, and
I just copied and pasted it, whatever.
Yeah,
but you know what I mean? Too. Like, but it was weird because it usually just automatically goes over. So I don't know.
Well, I'm
needs to get their shit together.
Seriously. Well, I'm glad they finally did get their stuff together about because before, like when I would share stuff for the pod, if it was a reel, it wouldn't share to Facebook. I would have to post it on Instagram and then go over to Facebook and then post it.
Maybe because it's a reel.
But they fixed it. So now like reels will go straight over. I'm like, finally,
Interesting.
I'm like, took you guys long enough. I'm like, so I'm not double dipping, because I did it by accident. I went in, I posted something, and then I was like, all right, I gotta go over to Facebook, and then like I ended up having to do it later, and then I ended up looking, and I was like, yo, why are there 2 posts? And I was like, oh,
Because it was, yeah.
it went over. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, now I don't have to.
Yeah, I
keep
gotta
double
fuck
dipping.
around with the when I have
It's
some
annoying.
time, just kind of
Yeah.
play around with it.
But yeah, scheduling's been huge. It makes it easier because then you don't have to worry about finding time to post.
Right.
You know, and you can just
You
get
just
in
sit
there.
there for like a half hour and just be like, boom, boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom,
yeah,
like
yeah.
all the different
Just do
shit.
like a couple at a time, you know.
Yeah.
That way you post them, you know, 2 or 3 times a week like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Every other day or every other, you know what I mean? I feel like would be good. Mm-hmm. I don't have to do something every day. I try to keep my stories going every
Yeah,
day
yeah.
at
They say
least,
stories
just to
is
kind of,
good.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I finished the pod on a Thursday, like cleaned it up, got everything together. I got the clips together too, and then I literally planned out like for the following week, like Thursday, Friday, so like Saturday, all the way like that whole week. So then I didn't have to do anything.
That's
like for the upcoming pod, for the pod that was gonna release that following week.
I just gotta do that shit. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Stockpile, bro.
And I was just like, yo,
Chris, we want to just have a day where we just like sit there together and just fucking do all our shit. Just
Scheduling
smoke
session.
weed, just smoke weed, and then just fucking do that separately. It's like-
and I just watched all this stuff post. I think the only thing I had to do was like TikTok, because TikTok you can't. Well, I could put it in as a draft, but I don't think TikTok you can schedule. Yet.
No, I don't think you can, but you'd save it as a draft and then just boom.
And just jump right
Yeah.
in. So I'm just like, I gotta make it as easy as I can as possible, and this way I can focus on other things. So I can focus on writing, I can focus on
Mm-hmm.
whatever, or just pod stuff. So
Dude, I've been writing some crazy shit, man. I'm excited.
nice.
Like some of the best shit I've ever written in the past like couple months. So I'm excited. Just I've been like really trying to focus on like just clever shit, like words that people don't really use, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm trying to say like just some different shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah, my stuff will definitely be a little bit different as far as just content wise of what I've been talking about. Obviously, a lot of it's very similar, but definitely some different stuff. Working with Mertz now too from the Bridgetown stage. Got some dope beats and stuff
hell yeah.
in the works, so I'm excited for that. L.Y.F and I are going to be working on some stuff. I'm excited
Same.
to work
Kemic and I
on.
working on
Yeah,
some stuff.
same.
We got the MOCG project.
Did you write over to L.Y.F yet?
I haven't.
No.
I'm gonna get on it.
You're getting on it?
I will get on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word.
No,
Nah, bro.
What are you talking about?
I gotta. Yeah, it's like
Only
the
got
me
2
and
weeks,
Vincent and D-Rock conversation of us trying to finish that whole project. We have a five track EP that we're trying to put out. We just gotta fix it. We gotta fix a couple things, but we're trying to finish the what we need to fix by the end of the year, hopefully, because it's been like kind of done for a year. But we've just been trying to figure out a bunch of other different things like promo and whatever. And then we're like, kind of like we're listening to, and we're like, I think there's maybe some things we just need to tweak,
right.
you know, just with the vocals or just like enunciations, pronunciations, whatever you want to call it. So we're just like, all right, now we got to figure this out. But we live so far away that it's hard to.
Dude, that's what sucks about living up in Amesbury now.
No, I bet.
Everything is far away. Like I
That's
can't
true.
get anywhere.
Yeah.
Took me 47 minutes to get down here today.
Yeah.
I thought I was like, yeah.
But the highway was jacked up too.
That,
so
well, I
that
think,
probably
honestly,
a big
I'm
part.
hoping it takes me a little less to get home. I thought it was going to be like a half hour. You know what I mean? And I looked and I was like, shit, I better leave now or I'm going to be late.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Takes me 35, 40 minutes.
Don't
Yeah.
matter. You're always late anyways.
From Methuen, yeah. And
is
I'm
true.
closer to you than I am. I think I took a different way this time because shit was
You had to
closed.
cut
But I think
through
typically I would pass
Tewksbury.
by Methuen coming here.
Yeah, usually it takes me maybe 40 at that time, 40 minutes to get home. It took me like over an hour
Yeah.
just because of that.
Apparently
gas
an
spill.
oil spill. I didn't even know about that.
Yeah.
Shit.
Like a gas spill or something or whatever. So they shut down like both sides.
I'm glad
too.
I ended up getting off because I saw the bumper to bumper and I looked up and was not moving. And literally I was just coming up onto the 38, like Lowell Tewksbury exit. And I was like, if he lives in Lowell, I know I can get. If I get off this exit, I can at least get there in like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Whereas
You're
my
right on
GPS was
38.
saying another half an hour sitting in that traffic, and I was like, "Fuck that."
Yeah.
Yeah, you were right. I know exactly where you got off to. You were right in 38.
What time is it, anyways? We
Just a little over 9.
Oh shit!
I know it flies by.
I know. Damn, we've been doing this.
Yeah, I don't know how long have we been going. We got. Oh, just hit about an hour. No, I don't know where we hit. Yeah, a little over an hour. A little over an hour. That's usually where we. How long we usually go.
Word.
Hour and a half.
Well, thanks for fucking having me, man.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah.
You know, and you're obviously always welcome to come back because
Hell yeah.
conversations continue, conversations change, grow.
I'm a chatty Cathy. Like, I can just chat all day. You know what I mean? Like, about random shit. So.
You know, trying to get into get into like just people. You know what I mean? Like sharing different experiences and stuff, and really tapping into those things, and like, not that like we're not trying to focus on music or or like what am I trying to say here? Words. Just trying to
and,
just trying to talk about life in general too, not just so it's been fun though.
It has been fun, man. This has been a fun week. My days off are always Tuesday, Wednesday, and I had a radio podcast. I'm like trying to fill up my free time with just fucking
you have to
cool stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's been a fun week.
Yeah, I got tomorrow off celebrating the wife's birthday. Happy birthday!
Yes, happy birthday. She just made us an amazing dinner. Also,
she had the spread today.
the noodles and
Crispy is
sausage,
feeling
and
good. Yeah,
that fresh grated cheese, like all of
Right?
that in there.
very very good. It's very very nice.
You know. Yeah.
Very very nice.
That shit
Everybody
made me
gonna be
1% Italian, right?
You ain't enough, bro.
happy. I know he's probably gonna
Call
like
me
go back
Luigi.
up after. Call me
Be an
Luigi.
honorary, all right?
Instead of Louis, call me Luigi.
I wrote there with the Italian flag on my back next time. Like, what's up?
He's got the fucking Mario mustache like the next
Like
time.
he's gonna show up in a Fiat to the pod. He's gonna show up in a Fiat and just
Hey, welcome to the right of my
He's just got like a low cut, like button up shirt.
yeah, the
Hair sticking out.
Guido shirt. He's got the Guido shirt on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the low cut. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure.
Well, besides, music shit and this stuff.
Yeah, how you been doing? I know we didn't
I'm
really
tired
talk
right
about
now,
that,
but I mean, I'm going to the Bruins on the 3rd.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I booked the trip to
the only good Boston team.
because I'm going to Mardi
Nah,
Gras.
hey, don't knock the Celtics, all right?
All right.
Settle
all right.
down. The Patriots, all right, but go ahead.
And I booked the trip to Mardi Gras this year. I'm going in February.
Dude, that's
Oh,
gonna be
fuck yeah. That's going to be
First
sick.
time. Yeah.
That's gonna
First
be
time. I've never been either.
Yeah,
I'm going to be down in Baltimore next week. And then my youngest sister just moved to Nashville.
Oh, dope.
So I'm going to hopefully, like after the holidays, January, February, I'm
Get
going
down
to
there.
hopefully go down there, go down to visit. I got a couple friends that live down there too. So I'll be like kind of hitting a couple different spots.
Nice.
But I
nice,
love
nice.
Nashville, dude.
Yeah, I've
It's
been there twice.
Same.
Twice. My nephew lives out there, like just outside of Nashville, and we went in there. I saw like what's his name, Elvis Presley's house.
Oh, so you went to Memphis?
Memphis. Yes,
Yeah,
thank
okay,
you.
okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, I heard that was pretty cool. A couple of my friends went there recently. They went to Nashville and then stayed a couple days in Memphis and did
Yeah.
the whole tour.
Yeah, we didn't get to go inside. We didn't go inside, but saw like just the outside was.
Was it
the outside
Graceland,
so
right?
cool. Yeah, Graceland. Yeah, my brain couldn't think of the word. Yeah. So and then we went to just before, literally the December before COVID. We went back there as we were driving home from Texas. We stayed
Oh,
at
shit,
night
that's
and then
a long
we
drive.
Dude, it was-
Damn.
So we did Texas. No, sorry. Here, North Carolina, Florida to Texas, Texas to Memphis, Memphis home.
Damn.
It was like
That was some long ass
week
drives.
and a
I was
half.
gonna say, yeah, it's at least gonna be 1-2 weeks.
It was like a week and a half. Yeah, it was fun.
Damn.
It was a good trip though. Got to see a lot of people, so it was good. Like each stop was like a different family member.
Yeah, that's how you gotta make it.
So
You know
it's
what I
cool.
mean? Like that way you hit a little bit of everything on the way down. You feel like it was like a whole see everyone kind of thing.
Yeah, it was worth it for sure. So, But yeah, I mean, you're definitely more than welcome to come back on. We can get, into more deeper stuff or whatever. Like I said, just trying to just go a little bit off the script of just typical interviews, if you will.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Next time, maybe I'll bring like a little freestyle, free verse or something. You know what I mean? Get going.
For sure.
Cypher. Maybe we'll all do a little cypher.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, definitely. For sure.
Well,
I appreciate you coming.
Thanks for having us.
This has been awesome. Shout out to everybody that's been tuning in. Shout out to MOCG. As always, MOCG squad in the building tonight. Shout out to Crispy in the back doing his thing. He's going to make his guest appearance as always. There it is. But until next time, my name is J Faith.
My name is L.Y.F E.
We got
Kemic
and Crispy in the back.
In the back.
Shout out to Kayla, who is not here but is with us in spirit. Shout out to you. This is the Right Mind Wednesdays podcast. We'll catch y'all next time.
Hell yeah.
What's up?